And who?
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on WUJM 99 Jams, The Berg. Go ahead and grab your coffee, pull up a chair, and make yourself at home. In just a few minutes, we'll be taking attendance, sharing stories, celebrating our community, and talking about the people, places, and opportunities shaping Tampa Bay. If you're here this morning, you're already a member, so settle in. There's a seat at this table with your name on it. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
All right, y'all, and just like that, we want to welcome y'all to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
This King Jab.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
You is the gangster.
baby, baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know, now you know, now you know. Sucker MC.
oh, you see what type of warning this is gonna be.
Sucker MCs. Call them suckers, Jab.
Yeah, man.
Don't be no sucker.
Jive turkey.
This one's for the jive turkeys. So tag a jive turkey that you know and tell them
You
tap in.
sucker.
You jive turkey.
You know, you gotta be, so when you say jive turkey, like I see like big old pin pad, you walking,
Yeah.
you got a real
jive.
gangster lean.
Yeah. You jiving.
Jive turkey.
You jiving.
What
is
you know what I'm saying?
what is a
Fish
jive?
in your shoe.
With the big collar, the butterfly flyaway
I
collar.
actually just watched the back last week, man. Because I seen a background story of who the Rick Mac really was and what happened with the movie,
Okay,
and
okay.
how he put a lot into the movie, and he actually got murdered during the filming of the movie.
No, the
Okay,
actual
you didn't
Mac.
see the movie.
Oh
He never seen the final cut.
wow.
Did y'all know? And
No shucking and jiving.
so I
chocolate
don't
folks
know
said.
if it's true or not, y'all.
Mhm.
But you know, Heels was made for men at first.
Heels were made for men.
Yeah, Prince
No.
brought the things out.
No, this before
No,
Prince. They gotta be before Prince.
no, Abraham
This
Lincoln.
guy-
the hat.
With the
They
wigs.
brought the hat, the wig, the hat, heels.
George
Outer
Washington,
face.
they had lace fronts.
Yeah, lace front. See, y'all don't know the history, man. We had
George
a whole
Washington.
we need to bring that party back because if we
The
ain't
wig
happy
party.
with the Democrats and the Republicans, we can bring back the lace front party.
We bringing
We
back
bringing back the
we
wigs.
bringing back the lace front
lace
party.
front.
Jive turkey.
Okay. Now here we go. how many men is gonna put on their lace
Not
front?
these days. Not these days.
You know, he come
With
in.
your beard,
Right.
sauce it out.
No, it's
He
really.
said pantyhose too. Charlie Funk said pantyhose too
See
was
that?
made for
Oh, no.
really
Oh.
made for men.
I
They
can see.
powdered their face with makeup,
Ooh,
wore wigs and
Mm.
heels
yeah.
and blouses.
And we
Because
won
remember
the
the outfits was blouses.
blouses. Yeah, yeah,
All right.
blouses. There. All right.
This is the history of the United States, y'all.
That's where we are. Look, we coming in hot. And so today I want to talk about priorities and prioritizing. Let's talk about so if you got 10 things to do, you got to get clear on the first thing, right? That's what I've been really focusing on. So if you can't figure out which one of the things to do, well how do you determine, like, out of your list of 10 things, King Jab Q, how do you determine what's the thing that you're going to do first? Or you just dive
And that's
in?
crazy because I'm at a point right now where I'm trying to refocus on priorities
Yeah.
because a lot of people don't know I really go through a lot, put my body through a lot during tax season.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I have to refocus it, and so it's hard for me to get back onto that 14 hours a day,
Yeah.
7 days a week type schedule. You know what I mean? So
Once the season is over, it's like,
it's like, but
it's
then
like-
I'm trying to, like, right now I'm trying to refocus,
right.
and I have a lot of things going on. So really, with me, I try to knock the easy things out first.
Okay. What's up, UB?
You know what I
Tiffany,
mean?
good morning.
The 5 to 10, 15-minute tasks.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then sit down and knock the big ones out throughout the day.
Okay. I hear that. So you do the low hanging fruit is what they call it, right? You knock that out. Go ahead and get the low hanging the easy breezy ones. Do them first. That's your process.
Exactly.
Q, what's yours? How you do them?
So my regular smuggler stuff, it already has a schedule.
Okay.
And in between time, it depends on the dates when it has to be done.
Okay.
And I prioritize that way.
So you prioritize by deadline.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, it changes, but overall, that's kind of what I do. And then it goes with who I'm doing it for too.
Okay.
So like,
Okay.
if it's something for Cheyenne that needs to be, like, I know I might put her up here because I just need to, because she might.
and if you don't, it's gonna be a consequence.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Right
I
down.
mean, I got business, family, and then you have like everything else.
Yeah. You make time for you though. You gotta put you in that equation too.
I do,
man.
but I do my business. I'm part of my family and everything else too.
Okay. I hear that.
But it is. I do need to make more time for myself, and actually, I'm very proud. Yesterday, y'all, I got back in the pool, and so
Our resident mermaid.
yes, and I'm proud of myself. I'm starting all the way over. So I did 30 laps yesterday,
Okay.
and yeah, I got some work to do, but I'm still proud. Like,
You got some work to do.
yeah, but I mean, 30 laps.
How do you measure the fact that you got work to do? Is it like you timing yourself, or you just how you felt doing them 30 laps?
Well, how I felt after the 30 laps, I did feel good, but like when I was at my best, and I was doing 80 laps.
Oh, okay.
Right, I was doing 160 laps a day. So 80 in the morning, 80 in the evening, in an hour.
Okay.
So like looking at that goalpost
Okay.
and where I'm at right now, like, and I'm
got some
okay
work,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Look, but I'm okay with 30
Yeah,
laps.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so
No, that's like with me with these walks, man. I'm taking 17, 18 minutes to do a mile. But I'm taking my time, and my thing is just to do it. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, I'm just getting out, putting one foot in front of the other, and I ain't really been paying attention
and
to the
that was
time. So,
yesterday. Like I didn't usually, like, before I time myself. So when I started the last time, I was like, how much I can get done in this hour.
okay,
And then
okay.
so by the time I was at 80 laps within an hour
Oh,
or less.
nice,
So
nice.
but this time I was like, I just wanna do what I can do and push myself as far as I can go.
Amen to that. So yeah, put it in the chat, y'all. Let us know how you pick your priorities, how you decide which one you're gonna do first.
What about you?
Yubi says he does date, do, and most effective. So I'm almost like what Yubi just said. I look at the due date, and the impact.
Mhm.
Usually the stuff that I prioritize is the stuff that I gotta ship, like the stuff that gotta go out,
Yeah.
that other people are waiting on.
Yeah.
Because in the space that I'm in, a lot of people be waiting on stuff. Well, we waiting on Brother John.
Mhm.
We got to get this, and
Yeah.
so being the bottleneck is something I'm trying to work to not be, but to keep things flowing. I usually prioritize things that other people are expecting and waiting for to get out, and then when I ship those, then I can focus on like some of the other stuff that I'm building.
And you are trying to stop the bottleneck.
Yeah, you realize that? You
Oh,
have you experienced that?
quite often. Quite often. I get the hint.
Hey, can you maybe move this
But you know
so it
what
don't
else?
depend on me? Good morning, Shane. I see you. Roll call.
Which is another thing, and me and Corey kind of talk about it. Is like regardless, like write your top 5 things or whatever it
Yeah.
is, and hell or high water, you get those things done.
Yeah, I do that. I got what we call the big three.
Yeah,
So I got a big three list.
that has to be done that day.
Yeah.
Like you don't go to sleep until
Yeah.
that's done, and then then that you'll accomplish, and then if you get that done, everything else is extra.
It's a book I read. It was called Eat That Frog, Jab. And the idea behind it, you ever read the Eat the Frog?
Nah.
Okay, so Eat the Frog is a book and it really talk about prioritizing. And it said if the worst thing you have to do all day is eat a frog, then you eat the frog first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
That way, everything else you got to do after that is easy. So basically saying take your biggest task, your biggest priority, and get that done. And once you get that done, everything else you can just kind of fill in the blanks.
It feels like that though. Like when you have a big project and you get it done, you be like,
yeah,
whew.
yeah. And then now you can kind of breathe a little bit. But
Mhm.
if you keep kicking the can and moving that big project down the road, then you never really, get it, or you're gonna stress about it. So sometimes thinking about it is harder than actually doing it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I be waiting on my OCD to kick in sometimes too.
For you to really like
when
lock
I,
it.
when I lock in, it's like you be like, "What? This what? Oh, thank you."
I
That
get you.
OCD save a lot of people.
It really does. All right, so generation talk. Who got it right? This is the question that we have. So what's one thing that our generation got right that the younger generation got wrong? And then what's one thing that the younger generation has gotten right that we got wrong?
Ooh,
What you think?
that's a good
I'm
one.
gonna put this in the chat. What's one thing that they got right that we got wrong, and one thing that they got right that we got? Yeah, I might say
Okay,
the
so I'm
same
gonna
way.
say one thing that we got right is knowing how to connect with people.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna say the same thing.
being able to get out there, talk to people, and network.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I would say is the one thing that just kind of popped in my
You
mind.
don't think they have that, huh?
I mean, they do, but they don't.
Okay.
We see that like what they do have right is they're savvy with technology.
Okay. Yeah.
They know
Yeah.
how the ins and outs and the move technology, the things that these kids can do with a
Yeah.
simple cell phone will amaze you.
Well, I mean, they was born
Right.
with they weren't born in a time where it was not a cell phone. Like they've
Right.
always had cell
Mm.
phones, right? So like it ain't like they had to learn, oh, this is a cell phone. Like it's
Yeah.
always been a part of their life, this generation for the most part, right? Like
Hmm.
they've always had the technology. It's like we grew up in the age when technology was emerging and it was starting to be developed, and so we had to learn the internet. We had to experience
We, re-
dial up, and
we remember the first
yeah,
Apple computer.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
AOL, man.
yeah. AOL,
Macintosh.
Yeah,
AOL,
Macintosh.
Macintosh.
And the dial up.
Yeah, yeah.
Syntax error.
I hear that.
I think and I was all like when prom and homecoming season came over, I was just so proud to see like the guys go out to
Okay.
do these elaborate.
For this is what the younger generation has, right?
Right. No, I'm just saying when I saw it, I was proud because
Okay.
typically they kind of everybody texts somebody. They don't have a lot of these sit down real conversations where they're
Okay.
connecting with people outside of
Okay.
their phones.
That's true. I experienced something this morning like that. King Jab, what does the younger generation need to bring back, like from our generation? What's something that they need to have that we had?
I mean, talking to my sons, bro. These young men ain't got no game.
Okay.
Jesus.
They ain't got no game at
Ain't
all.
got no
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
I'm like, come here, little young grasshopper.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Cause
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
but I can say they don't really have. Cause see, they don't even like when I tell them like, bro, we used to go to the club. I might have 15 phone numbers in my pocket.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because
come
you was
out of there,
collecting
man.
phone numbers. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
cause we had it with they looking like, oh,
yeah. Why would I get a
why
phone
would
number?
you do that?
They
Well,
get
just get,
they get the DMs though. Now they don't get the
yeah,
phone numbers. They get their
yeah.
Instagram. Can I get your
Yeah, so
Instagram? Yeah.
that's they play, but I feel like they don't. But I think that with our young adults,
Yeah.
and maybe you can see this with Cheyenne also. I think they are maybe a tad bit more emotionally intelligent than us.
Okay.
Cause
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
make mistakes, but
Yeah.
emotionally and from the way they see things, I think they're a little bit more advanced than us. Cause I listen to my kids talking,
Yeah.
hearing 21-year-olds talking about dating with a purpose and stuff like that. I know they're just
Oh.
cliche words, but they're not just out here. My son's like, bro, they set, so they're not just out here. They looking for a wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
There we
know what I
go.
mean? And that's not what I was
That's a
thinking
step
about
up.
at that time. You
That's
know
a
what I
step
mean?
up too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could, and you know what is another thing that I think that we got right,
Okay.
and then they don't. We knew boundaries.
And say more.
Like you respected your elders.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
there was things that you didn't call a grown up a liar.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you didn't
Even if
kiss,
they was.
right? Like cause you know,
Yeah.
like, and
You
I
see.
mean,
Yeah,
you calling
Yeah.
me a liar? No, but it's not
absolutely. I
true.
am.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not true though.
You
So you
telling
call
me?
me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. But it's not true.
Yeah. You couldn't say telling a lie. You had
It's
to.
not representing the truth though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
So you think about, you know, the boundaries that set, like when you respected all your elders,
Okay.
regardless of who they were. I think, and then this new generation don't have that.
Okay.
Like the lines are completely blurred.
Yeah.
Like you disrespect me, anybody can get it.
Okay. Yeah. True. I saw one of those videos with that, and I was shocked and appalled.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all gonna do this in front of the elders and actually involve the elders in the?
And cuss the elders out.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
And I think that we got to give them more of. You got to talk to them more about
Mhm.
that and
That's
about
true.
Black history because I remember a situation where the kids was in private school. I think Nelson Mandela died,
Mm.
and they had never heard of him.
They never knew who he
Oh,
was.
y'all know.
Wow.
We
Well,
got
you,
to
I go even crazier. When Cheyenne was in high school, we took Lakewood High School students to Atlanta, and I was crazy is that a lot of them hadn't left St. Pete, so
Mhm.
they never even drove to Tampa,
Okay.
At all.
right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
then a lot of them didn't know what Martin Luther King did. They just knew it was a
Mm.
holiday.
Wow. But they didn't
Right.
know like what his contribution
A
was.
lot,
Yeah.
like they were like just to sit up there, and I was just like,
Yeah.
That's crazy
Blow.
you say that because my grandson's so enthralled with Martin Luther King.
Really?
Like literally, like on Martin Luther King at 26 with a little headstone. He's like, they would have buried Martin Luther King. I'm like, he ain't right there. But we already made a decision.
You're
When
more
we
than
go
Eric.
back to Atlanta, we're gonna take him on a tour because he's so interested with
Mm.
Martin Luther King.
That's good.
Mhm.
What do you think the older generation needs to let go of?
Ooh.
Like stuff we held on to that we need to let go.
Civil rights era parenting.
Okay, say more about
Yeah.
that.
What? Because
Civil rights era parenting.
because I think we are stuck in our heads about what we think
Mm.
our kids should be and what the world should be and how it used to be with us.
Okay.
But when we look at that, we don't compare. They like
Mm.
a lot of us think that the kids now are better than what we was,
But they not.
and I don't think they are. I just
No.
think it's more publicized.
Yeah.
That's
We
it.
didn't have social media.
Yeah.
Like me and my cousin had like. I don't think a lot of these kids can compare with the clique that I had growing up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
y'all
Like
had a tough
what we
crew too.
was
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't think that. So when I say the civil rights era parenting, I always put it in a mind state like that. Just imagine right now, if we turn off the camera, me and Brother John had a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Only person seen this fight is Q.
Yeah.
Only person you go get a replay. Ooh, brother John had a fight was from Q.
That's right.
Right.
Because she was the only one that was there. Yeah.
And now it's going to be regurgitated
Yeah.
down, flip, flip, flip. But now you
And
got
then
social media.
Yeah.
So
So
now where
everybody,
everybody's seeing a fight, even the sister at another school seeing her sister get jumped on.
Yeah.
It's like, it's different.
So it's that perpetual. Now it's like perpetual
and then
beating.
everybody can see, cause see, if I only see the fight,
Yeah.
I can twist it. No,
Uh,
brother John, like
right.
you know what I mean? I'm the
Yeah.
best
I
of
don't know,
and Jab-
but Jab got the last lick.
yeah. No, it was a tie. It was a tie.
Right,
No,
right.
it was a tie. But now you got everybody.
Everybody got their views and their opinions, man. So, and what's something that both generations can learn from each other?
I think from both, just the openness from this new generation,
Yeah.
and being in the, I think we all had big dreams.
Yeah.
And what we from our generation is we wanted to come in and give our kids everything that our parents didn't give us.
Yeah.
And we thought
True.
that they were so restrictive that we went 100% over here and forgot to take the good stuff
Yeah.
and mix
Yeah.
it, like, you
Yeah.
know. And together, just knowing that you can learn from the old and the new.
Yeah, Jab, you said it, man. The emotional intelligence of these children, man, is phenomenal. The way that they're able to put names to how they feel, their willingness to express themselves and not like suppress their emotions. Because anytime we disagreed with our parents or we said anything, it was considered disrespect.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't say, that hurt my feelings, or you couldn't express yourself in a way that felt to them like you was or talking back. It was like I don't know a clear example, but y'all know what I'm talking about. When you had a difference of opinion from your parents, you might have been right, but the way you said it was what got you in trouble.
And it don't matter how you
It
said
it don't matter how you said it. Whatever it was is gonna be considered disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't say stuff. And I think learning from them to be able to be open and listening to them expressing themselves is one of the things that we can take away. Because I mean, like they don't hold back.
They don't, but like what they don't have is longevity of friendships.
Yeah.
If you see that, like I can think about my friends, like most
Okay.
of my friends is like all my life.
Mm.
I have like
Top of the morning,
like
EJ.
really lifetime friends.
Yeah.
We had Culture Creative. Like I don't remember a life without Brain.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think that
remember
come
life.
with more living though. I mean,
No,
at 18 or 17,
but
you
you
think
gotta
they have?
think.
Do they have lifelong friends?
You
too?
started elementary,
Okay.
and you think about you got elementary friends, and a lot you
Yeah,
don't see people
I do.
that don't have those friends in this generation.
Middle school. I'll go back to middle school. I got
I
some
go
to go.
all
Yeah.
the way. I'm going all the way back to at the babysitter.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, you go back.
You know what I mean? And these are relationships that has been a part of my life all my life, and just thinking about that, like, and I look at Cheyenne. Cheyenne has some like long term, but she don't go way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't kick it all the way back.
I think that we got to give them the game.
Yeah.
Just dealing with my kids and grandkids, and even in my prison stint, I couldn't really be a parent, but I was a parent because I gave my daughters game.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
like literally the conversations we had was me, schooling them.
Right.
And that's what we got to do with our grandkids. We just got to give them the game so that they can take what they got before them, and the voices that they hear from their parents and grandparents, and navigate through this world, man.
That's right.
And that's when you know you got it right.
The voices that you have in your head from your parents. You're right. That's what guided me through a lot of my challenges. Was something my daddy told me, and I
It's a
didn't.
game, man.
Yeah.
I'm not,
It was the game. Yeah, it was the game.
It's a game. And you think, and your
Yeah.
parents think that you're not listening.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
in front
yeah.
of them, you're going 100% the other way.
Yeah.
Like no, you in the
We heard them.
bedroom.
We probably wasn't listening, but we heard them.
But then you go out there, and then you end up sounding like your parents.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah. You end up
Well,
sounding.
that's crazy. These kids act just like me.
I love it though. I love it. I love when I see my children like doing stuff and saying things that I know like they got from me.
Do you remember
Yeah.
the
You
first
like when
time
they
you
use it on you?
realized that? So I remember Cheyenne was like in she did an interview with Bay News 9 a long time ago, like she
Okay.
was like fourth grade, fifth grade, something like that. And I watched the interview and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Olivia.
Like she really got it. Yeah, she got it. She
She
got it.
said, oh
Yes.
my
Yeah. Yeah.
god. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna take a real quick break, and while we're doing this break, we want to do roll call and attendance, and so make sure that y'all tap in, let us know that you're here, tag your friends, tell your friends, because we're gonna do roll call. So yeah, we'll be back. What we gonna take? Maybe 6 minutes, 7.
6, 7 minutes. And what we're on this break, because y'all know we always show like commercials or like
Mm-hmm.
information. But now, if you want to sponsor the show
Yeah.
and shout out your business, do any commercials or let somebody else, let us know. We will put you up during that time.
And we'll be right back. 6 minutes.
Hey everyone, we are diving right into this explainer, breaking down the South St. Petersburg CRA 10-year check-in report, and we're going to explore exactly what it means for a neighborhood's future. 10 years ago, a massive promise was made to revitalize this community. Today, we're popping the hood, looking at the hard data, and seeing what actually happened, where all that money went, and how the community has transformed as a result. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll hit the demand for change, the neighborhood account, a financial boom, the displacement paradox, the way forward, and finally, why your voice matters. All right, section 1, the demand for change, advocating for investment. Let's take it back to 2009. Grassroots organizers got together, over 100 residents and stakeholders actually, and launched what they called Agenda 2010 and the 2020 Plan. They built a seriously powerful platform demanding a formal vehicle for change. They wanted to reverse decades of unequal investment and policies that were just disproportionately hurting Black residents in South St. Petersburg. And because of that fierce advocacy, by 2015, the Community Redevelopment Area, or CRA, was officially born. The whole point was prioritizing affordable housing, small businesses, and the economic well-being of the folks who are already living there. Moving on to Section 2, the neighborhood accounts, funding mechanism. So to make that ambitious change a reality, the city had to literally draw the lines. This area encompasses a massive 4,700-acre geographic boundary. At the time they created it, it held over 33,000 people. That was roughly 14% of the city's entire population. But a line on a map is just step 1. You need a way to actually fund it. That brings us to how we pay for it all. Let's strip away all the bureaucratic jargon for a second. The funding mechanism is called tax increment financing, or TIF. Honestly, just think of it as a local neighborhood account. When the CRA was created, property values were basically frozen at a baseline. As those values inevitably rise over time, they generate new, additional tax revenue. Now, instead of that new tax money just disappearing downtown into the city's general fund, it gets locked in. It's deposited directly into this special neighborhood account to be reinvested right back into South St. Petersburg. Pretty smart, right? Okay, Section 3, a financial boom, exceeding expectations. You guys, the sheer scale of this financial boom is, honestly, it's wild. When the plan was written 10 years ago, planners were predicting a solid $7 million in trust fund growth for the first decade. But the reality? A staggering $70.4 million actually hit that account. Actually, scratch that. It wasn't just a boom. In just the first 10 years, they blew past the estimates for the entire 30-year lifespan of the plan. Financially speaking, this CRA has been an absolute revenue-generating machine. Which brings us to Section 4, the displacement paradox, unintended consequences. Well, here's where we really need to pause and look at the human side of all this. The report bluntly points to what it calls the displacement paradox. The CRA was designed to uplift legacy residents, right? The people already living there. But as the neighborhood became significantly wealthier on paper, we're talking a massive 141% spike in median home values, it simultaneously lost 21% of its Black population. So the very people who fought for this revitalization are increasingly finding themselves completely priced out of the neighborhood they helped build. When you look at the demographic shifts from 2012 to 2023, it is incredibly stark. While the Black population inside the CRA dropped sharply by 21%, the white population actually increased by 53%. Remember, this was a historically 72% Black neighborhood when the plan started. When you see that kind of rapid racial turnover, it's a massive, glaring indicator of active displacement. And to its credit, the 10-year check-in report doesn't sugarcoat it. They explicitly name gentrification as the force transforming the neighborhood right now. By definition, as higher income folks move in and housing costs skyrocket, the neighborhood physically changes. And that results in vulnerable legacy residents getting pushed out, which fundamentally changes the cultural heartbeat of the entire community. All right, Section 5, the way forward, adjusting our course. So with these stark facts right in front of us, the question isn't if the neighborhood is changing, it's how do we adjust the steering wheel right now so the people who needed this plan the most aren't left behind? The report gives us 5 specific recommendations for the way forward. First, we need to have the courage to get curious, get involved, and have the tough conversations. Second, we must clearly define what we want and keep those impacted legacy residents at the dead center of it all. Third, identify the barriers so we can get those massive TIF funds deployed way faster and easier. Fourth, go back and revise those original 2015 action plans to directly tackle this wave of displacement. And fifth, build the actual structural infrastructure to get the vision done. The original residents absolutely have to stay at the heart of this planning. And finally, Section 6, your voice matters. Get involved today. Look, this explainer is really just the starting line of the conversation. The road ahead needs drivers, navigators, visionaries. So my big question to you is, are you ready to step up and help guide this community's journey for the next decade? Will you help us make sure the next 10 years prioritize restoration over displacement? Here is exactly how you can take action today. Share your voice by jumping on the official survey at policypartners.org. Just make sure you do it by August 15th. And please mark your calendars and show up to the community event on September 2nd. At the end of the day, this is our neighborhood, these are our resources, and it's our future. If we don't step up and shape it, who will?
Glaze.
And there you have it, y'all. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Tiana.
This King, yeah.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See that?
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new
gangsta.
baby, baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know.
now you know, now you know, now you know. And so before the break, we was talking about priorities, and we also talked about the differences between the generations. And so how can we foster some intergenerational learning? Headlines, y'all. The robots are getting faster. More than 2,000 humanoid robots participated in the World Humanoid Robot Games in Beijing. They competed in dozens of events, including running, soccer, and table tennis. The competition showcased how rapidly China is advancing humanoid robotics. Although the technology is still largely in the research and demonstration phase, but they had robots that was, they said one of the robots broke Hussein Bolt's world record in the 100 meters.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
Me either.
yeah. It's like they had like a whole robot army. Like the opening.
Yeah, I seen it, bro. Like they had like robots that looked like people that was ballroom dancing.
Wow, I ain't see the ballroom dancing
Okay.
piece. Yeah.
With suits and ties and the
So
cocktail
you know what?
dresses
I'm
on.
okay with them going to war. Like
If,
you-
as long as we on their side, like,
No, but
like
I'm
they ain't
just
going to war with us.
No, I'm just saying, like if we bought some to go to war, like let the robots kill each other,
Ah.
right?
But that's the thing when them robots realize that. I mean, it's the whole Matrix. That's the whole
what
Terminator
happens-
story, right?
So what happens is in the real world, in the Matrix and the Terminator, is they mix the AI with the humanoid. So
Yeah.
now this humanoid can think
Yeah,
and rethink, and they done.
yeah.
Oh, they
And
send
that's
us
and
to-
that's where we going now.
No, look, so they sending us to war to die. Nah, they
Yeah,
gonna start bucking.
like iRobot for real. But like you said, we
war now is really video game. Like the people that's getting the most body counts in wars now are gamers.
yeah, the ones who doing the drones and flying the drones over. Yeah,
They ain't them boots on the ground, man. They got so much coverage and technology.
yeah.
Even when they went to Venezuela, they said they used a sound weapon.
When they push
played
sound waves. Yeah.
sound wave, and they disabled everybody. They just walked in there and they have to shoot nobody.
Wow.
I don't like
Wow.
it. I don't
Wow.
like it.
Wow.
I just don't like it. I don't like the idea of like somebody programming a robot to even be a police officer
Hmm.
or any of those things.
You
Like
know they got the robot dog here. You seen that one?
no.
St. Pete got a robot dog. Had it for maybe about 4 or 5
Dang, you
years.
jump out the car and that robot dog, you trying to run, man.
But then here's the other part of it, Jab. Like they have attachments now, so if the dog ain't just running you, they put guns on them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And they loading them up. And so what y'all think, man? Y'all ready for these humanoid robots? What do you think we should be paying attention to as we seeing the robot Olympics?
I want one.
You want you
What,
want a
what you do with a robot?
What?
What you
You
go?
gotta train your own.
Okay, okay,
Oh,
okay.
you gonna train it, yeah.
I ain't ready yet.
Exactly.
I ain't ready.
I
Yeah,
never,
yeah.
in my, no, to be honest, like I dream
Morning,
and
sweetie.
I have like big dreams. Never in my wildest dream thought that we would be George Jetson.
Yeah.
I did.
Right
In
now.
I did when we was watching.
What's up, Janet?
We was watching the Jetsons. I did.
I was like,
I mean, yeah, and
I
yeah.
thought
Oh,
then I'm
yeah.
like that would be so cool, like one day. But I never thought like we'll be having cars just
And
driving us around.
I see.
And
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I
we
mean?
got,
Like
yeah,
you
we
see
there,
that,
yeah,
we're
we
there.
yeah,
You
yeah.
want to know how I knew it was coming? Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin, the
When they started making the baby dolls move, I'm like, ooh.
yeah, and
I'm
then
a
they can
kid,
talk
I'm,
and they
I'm
can,
with you. I'm a kid. I'm like, oh, okay. They putting it together.
yeah, yeah. I
They
mean,
putting it
we
together right
we
now.
already doing the FaceTime, so that was a part of the jet age, right? Was
Mm-hmm.
FaceTime and talking through screens like that used to be aspirational. It's real now.
Yeah.
The other one of the drawbacks. Remember in the Jetsons when they came up, they used to have they dinner was a pill.
Yeah.
You remember
Yeah,
that?
a whole bunch. They just came down and shoot.
And it was a pill.
Ah.
And you think about this culture right now, we take pills for everything. Charlie Funk say Teddy Ruxpin was my guy.
Yeah.
That was very creepy though, dog. The thing moving, man.
For
I don't
real.
know, maybe I was just bad.
For real. And I think,
think everybody had a
you're not
Teddy
gonna be
Ruxpin.
in my room when you move.
nah, you ain't finna do
Nah,
that.
you can't be in.
And was that same time as Chucky? Remember Chucky?
Yeah, anything. Exactly.
That was the same.
Exactly. You can't be here with me, bro. If
The,
you gonna move, so
the,
I'm
the
sorry.
Chucky era, right?
Mm-hmm.
So another thing I saw just as a headline, the tariffs. So
Oh.
it said tariffs and your money, right? So they said you paid more, but who gets the refund? After the Supreme Court struck down certain tariffs, companies began receiving billions in refunds. More than 40 S&P 500 companies have reported roughly $9.6 billion in refunds, but companies are handling the money differently. Some, including FedEx, have committed to returning the money to affected customers, while others are retaining or reinvesting or selectively passing along the benefits. Walmart said that it plans to use roughly 2.9 billion of their tariff refunds to lower prices and improve customer experiences. And so, if customers absorb the higher prices because of the tariff, do you think that they should benefit from these tariff refunds?
I think so.
What would that look
I
like?
want my money back.
Yeah.
For real,
How
man.
you-
'Cause,
how
like,
you-
I've
yeah.
been overseas, bro, and I've spent thousands myself on tariffs.
Yeah.
Like I've had to pay
Whew.
like the tariff. I remember I told you that like the tariffs for a package that I was getting was $2,400. It was $1,000 to get it over here in tariffs.
Wow. So it's a $24 package, but
I
you had to pay
almost
$1,000.
50% tariffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
To get it here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want my money back.
And that ain't
Give
happening.
me my money.
And somebody I saw they was like, playing what's the name, Carisha?
Mhm.
With my scammers at, because they was saying that was the gag the whole
Yeah,
time.
it
Like
was-
they knew that was the gag the whole time. They ran up the tariff tab, and now they know it was illegal. So now they get to just think about it. You got a $2.9 billion refund. You know what we do with our tax refunds?
stunt.
You know what I mean? And so this is like the equivalent, or is it, Jab? Is this
Donald
comparable to
Trump-
like
no,
you know what I mean? It's like you
Donald
getting
Trump and his friends like this.
Spin that.
I mean, and then on
Spin
top
that.
of it, like we're in the
Spin that.
biggest scam in America. Put that on top of, hey, you're not a U.S. citizen, but if we got $1.8 billion, you can stay here.
Oh yeah, that's the extortion.
Where this
tax-
money stored?
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Man,
Bill Gates, get there and keep
Mm.
on pumping up these horrible food items for
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and supplying it
Just
to the country.
lab grown meats and all of that stuff, and then they putting it out. But they saying, why do price increases seem to reach customers faster than the decreases? Because
I don't want a price decrease. See, like they think
okay, there
they,
you
like,
go,
bro,
there
listen,
you go, there you go.
listen, for one, what is a price decrease? Are you going to decrease it back to the price before COVID? Because y'all increased the prices of everything after
During
COVID
COVID,
and
yeah.
never dropped them back down.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So are we going back to
Because
pre-COVID?
y'all seen a test in the market
Yeah.
and said, whoa, I can get this for this. I've never go back down.
And that was
Mm.
like apartments.
Wow.
Exactly.
You think about that during
Yeah.
COVID because everybody was moving everywhere, right?
Yep.
And then you had work at home jobs for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can keep your up north salary, come down south.
Right.
And then again, $2,400 is nothing to them.
Yeah, they were paying 36.
Right.
Yeah.
For half of the space.
Right. Right.
Right. And then now we're in you got to go back working at home. You got all these empty places. They're saying we got it before, so we can get it again.
Mm.
And that's not where we're at.
Do you think they should be obligated to pass on these refunds? Like, should there be some law or policy that says you got to
No.
do? Can you even do that?
Anybody care
Yeah.
about the citizens of nobody cares about the citizens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's trying to get rich, man.
Yeah. At the expense of
at
the people.
expense
Yeah.
of the citizens.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
I sit here. I just seen a lot of gas plants talking back up.
Okay.
Back up.
Okay. Back in
And
the news. Yeah.
I've heard nobody say anything about bringing any type of industry in St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
And it's kind of disappointing that it never hit the table because I've been in Atlanta. I'm watching. They having a movie studio fight in Atlanta right now.
Say that
Where
again.
Tyler Perry has a movie studio that's so booked that he can't even film his own movie.
Wow. Wow.
White investor just came and brought the lot across from him to build another movie studio.
Okay. Okay. So they turning
And this
Atlanta
is
to the next Hollywood.
Industry.
Yeah.
This is industry. This is people that's gonna come, work,
Yeah.
live here, buy products from here, spend money with businesses here.
Mm.
It's just a thought, y'all. 'Cause I know we ain't smart.
Yeah.
We
what-
just gangster.
what smart is.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
new
we
gangster.
We ain't smart. We just gangster.
We
That's
just
all.
gangster. And you just took a.
When you see that,
Yeah.
the studies show what 60% of people that live in St. Petersburg work outside of St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
So you got a $1 billion, and they told you the St. Pete Beach area made billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
We're employing their workforce.
Right. Right. Wow.
No, man.
That's what they call them, bedroom communities.
So
because
think
you
about
because
an
you
industry
you
like y'all want to put what's affordable housing if I ain't got no job?
yeah, it's not affordable. Yeah.
What is affordable housing if
Yeah.
I don't have a home?
How much
If I
housing
ain't got
can
a
I afford?
job.
Yeah.
I don't have a salary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or if my salary is being eaten up and the cost that it take for me to get to work because
Gas
because
is so high.
yeah.
You thinking about that?
Yeah, like
as
you got
we
to
talk about raising utility bills again,
yeah.
Can't afford.
let's
you can't
talk
even
about
afford a house.
industry.
You
Yeah.
can't even afford it. You can't afford your light bill. Can't afford your rent.
Man,
Yeah.
the
Can't
interest
afford your
hit me with
water
an
bill.
$1,100 light bill, man. I done got so many high light. I can't even complain no more. I put them on social media and people like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah.
Like that,
I don't have a grow house in here. I don't know what's going on. But the crazy part about it, I got to pay these people to even argue with them.
you got a data
They
center
don't even want to hear nothing you got to say to you.
until you pay them. You got a data center bill with you know.
Got the data center on the side of my house.
And
dog.
Right,
they're
right,
cutting you
right.
off.
Wow. You can't even argue with them until you pay them. And you're right; these bills are ridiculous. There's another rate hike that's being proposed, for the city, but there's no like you said.
But none of these
you don't
brilliant
hear-
minds
yeah,
can
hear-
come up with any type of industry to put here in St. Pete. What is industry where
then-
Yeah. Good
people
morning,
in
Mama
St.
Blue.
Pete can go work in St. Pete?
Yeah.
And you got all these high bills, and then you got to talk.
Man,
you got to talk to AI.
Hold on.
For 45 minutes before you get to the
What I said one time, we got a
Running your
whole
bill up.
we got an airplane strip with rich people jet skis.
Yeah.
That can be a whole amusement park. This could be a motel strip.
Yeah.
This could be the industry, but we society, hey, we need this airport here because these people got Cessnas here, man.
And they actually just did a air mobility. I remember they passed it when I was on council.
Yeah.
They created an air mobility task force where they talking about the flying cars because they know flying vehicles is
Yeah, I
coming.
got them over there.
Yeah.
They having them over there.
Yeah,
man.
and they creating the infrastructure so that
Which is
yeah,
cool, but if that's the industry, let's do it. The industry. That's all I'm
Yeah,
asking for.
yeah. So that
You
you
know
don't
what
have
I
to
mean?
cannibalize your citizens.
And if that's
Shout
the
out to
industry,
UB.
let's take it over and let's train. Let's start doing the workforce training for us to hold down the industry.
Yeah, this is what UB said. He said the city doesn't generate income, so it cannibalizes its city, its
And he the one
citizens.
to
Yeah,
put me on that.
yeah,
That we've been speaking on this for about 6 years, y'all.
yeah.
Yeah, you be always talking
We've
about
Yeah,
been
it.
he
talking
said that
about this for
you
about
got to
6 years.
create some way for the city because the city is a municipally owned corporation. That's really the. I learned that when I went to council. Like I'm trying to figure out what is this structure that I'm a part of.
Mhm.
It's a municipally owned corporation, so it
Mhm.
is a business. And then we start thinking about how does the city make money. That's the other part of it. So the city makes money by providing services, and the services that they provide is like the trash, the water, the storm water, and that's why we get these bills because that's the service that they provide in order to make the money for the city. But then we used to be asking them about property and different things, and they say, "Well, the city's not in the real estate business." Like, so they didn't want. That was one of the conversations before they took over the Manhattan Casino. They were looking for somebody privately to run it because they said, "Well, we don't want to be in that business." But then eventually, they ended up being in that business. But that's the concept, right? The idea is that if you're a business, you have different ventures that generate income. That's what we're talking about for the layman, right? For plain everyday people, when we talk about creating industry, knowing that the city is a corporation, there's businesses that the city could be in that can generate money that'll lighten the load for the citizens that need to be developed.
Which should be prioritizing on the top of the list if they're going to take the homestead as infant taxes.
Yeah. Oh
Because
yeah.
now we gotta make
You
money.
gotta make money. You
So
gotta come up with yeah.
let's stop.
Yeah. That's
Like
right.
for real,
That's
man.
right.
Let's come on, y'all. Let's make a good move.
Yeah,
Like
you gotta make
the
the move.
Rays signed they deal.
Yeah.
So now it's on
Oh,
us.
they signed.
Yeah,
They
they
signed
did
it.
it
Yeah, yeah,
yesterday.
yeah. Okay,
So
okay,
it's
okay.
done. So now it's on us, but we gotta do something that's gonna make some money, man.
Yeah, yeah. And
Like,
that's the type of
yeah,
leadership that
y'all
we
wanna
need.
build
Like the
dog parks and yes, all that's cool. Build amusement park. I don't care what you do.
yeah,
I would like a lazy river.
Yeah.
I've been telling people that, and that was in their plans
yeah.
for Booger Creek to be a lazy river. And I know the Mennonites go run you up out of
They're
there.
gonna
That's
run you
another
out
story.
They're gonna run you out of Booger
Hey,
Creek.
you crazy if you finna go
The
down there
Mennonite-
talking about let's be lazy.
The mini lights is coming to get you.
We should develop an amusement park to generate revenue and jobs. The city council got a vote. That takes place Thursday for the Tampa. That's for
Oh, okay.
the race. Okay, so this council has to vote. And then Charlie Funk says my plan is to feed people. So look, if y'all wise, man, get with Charlie Funk. He says he has an industry changing idea. And so with that, we started off talking about priorities and prioritizing, right? So with the city, what should come first? For the candidates, if you just stop and you say, okay, let's forget their names right now. We ain't even thinking about your name. If you could tell the next mayor handle this first, what would be the thing that you would want them to handle as their priority? Since we talking about the list, should it be like affordable housing, crime, public safety,
I think
jobs?
you said it for me.
Okay,
Industry.
you just said it. Yeah.
That's the job, the
Yeah,
industry.
yeah. So
Because I mean, the housing and all that, that's cool, but it's the industry. If you're gonna put industry there, put housing for the people that's working in the industry.
yeah, that's what I was reading about Gary, Indiana. So we talked about Gary,
Mm-hmm.
and they said Gary, Indiana was founded by U.S. Steel
Mm-hmm.
because they had the steel corporation, and they built the town so that the people who worked at the corporation didn't have to go far to get to work.
Right.
And so it was a
A
town
set.
that was actually built by a company
Yeah.
for the workers of their factory.
Exactly.
And it was, I think, at their peak they said they had like 170,000 people. But when the deindustrialization happened and the company started closing down, that's when Gary started to suffer because the industry that supported the town left.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And they never replaced it with anything. But just it's interesting that you see what's happening in Gary right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I think they say they like 73% black as
Yeah,
well. And there's no industry.
And it don't come up on your Facebook timeline.
You ain't
all the
seeing
stuff
nothing
that come
about
on
it.
your timeline, you ain't see. Yeah,
You
okay.
ain't seeing that. But to your point, having industry,
I think for me, one of the top things
lean in a little bit, Q.
for me, I think number one, regardless of who the mayor is these high bills.
Okay.
I think you're looking at like how do we fix this?
Yep.
Give us some relief right there with these light bills, electric bills,
Mm.
water bills, all of those.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, and I'm really leaning into
Maybe
this industry conversation
I don't know
myself,
how.
though.
What we
Yeah.
gonna do? We gonna get a lower bill on Duke Energy Day?
What you too
And,
tough.
and
You
then
tough,
so
yeah.
then I want to
You
take
tough.
back
You tough.
and
You tough.
I want to take back Duke Energy Day.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, we got
I
it.
think that was a one-time thing. I don't think they're doing that again.
No, we gonna do it every year. No, we shouldn't have did it. No,
Should have did it.
I don't
I
know
don't
what
think
the
they
hell.
deserve
No,
it.
because
I don't
like
think they
that was
deserve it.
not for the people.
You're a
You
Duke
could not
Energy
have
Day.
been thinking about us at all.
No, they wasn't thinking about us. They went to reading all of the things that
Yeah,
Duke
like
do
what
for
is
the
y'all?
people.
Come on, man. These people.
Wow, wow.
They wasn't thinking about me. I don't know about y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but no, that's one of the things though when we talk about like the way that they pick their priorities, what evidence should a candidate have to show you that they can actually deliver on the promises that they're making? Like, should they be able to show you something that says, hey, I can actually do this?
Okay, I think that's part of what really, really, really has to happen right now. Is just in the world of politics. Is like whatever you say you're gonna do, you have to do it,
Yeah,
or you have to make great strides into doing it because you talking about the voter turnout and all that. This is these are the premises of why.
yeah. This is
You know
why
what I mean?
people not
So
turning
like,
out. Yeah.
don't come with this elaborate AI generated slideshow. You know what I mean? Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna do it, do it. At least get it off the ground. I mean, if you're a mayor, you got 4 years, maybe 8 years. At least get it off the ground and get it running, and let us see that you're doing what you said you were gonna do.
Okay, I'm gonna say this because now the two people that's running for mayor,
Hmm.
uh, he has been in office for for a while, so
Yeah.
they have some
Some history.
right. And so what I
Yeah.
would like you to do for me is the things that you ran on. I don't care when you was governor, current mayor, the promises that you made your last election. Let us show how many of those things you completed.
Okay.
Have we
Okay.
heard
Like,
any promises?
No, I'm
Oh
just
no,
saying,
not for
no,
this one.
no, I'm just
Yeah.
saying from the last time you ran and you were
Okay,
elected.
okay, all
Okay.
right, audit.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
what
Just
I
a,
need
just
you-
a review of
you
your
just
performance.
say,
Oh,
hey.
A proctor.
look, they call this a performance review.
So go back
When you on
to-
your job before you get your raise, they give you a performance
So
review.
that's what
Right.
so that's what I would like.
A
Is say,
performance
hey, listen, this is what I ran on here and here,
Hmm.
and out of all these things, these are the things I've done. And so then we can review and say, hey, you keep your promises or you don't.
Mm. All right. So, Mr. Bradley, thank you for this comment. I want to see where you're going with this. He says, "City."
That's how this is I think, and I'm not attacking you, but we got to stop talking over people.
Okay.
Let's talk to them
Yeah. Yeah.
because I can understand you, but
The
bro,
everyday person.
everyday person not go.
Yeah.
I just know I gotta pay this bill, bro.
Right. That's right.
You know what I mean? So bust it down and shoot it back at us.
And Janet says exactly they're interviewing for the role, and so we got to make sure that when we interviewing them for the job, that they
Nobody said nothing they
who
gonna
has done
do
the
yet,
job.
though.
Yeah.
I just seen Heathcliff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Nobody said nothing that they were gonna do yet.
And then he flipped.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you're right.
That's it. Ain't nobody saying what they're gonna do.
And you know what's crazy? The one or two candidates who were talking about their platform didn't
they
advance.
didn't make it.
Yeah.
because they were getting pulled in the dust.
They
I
getting
think,
it- yeah.
to
Wow,
with this,
wow.
and honestly, I would like to have some of those, everybody who ran to come back and sit up here and just talk about like what's next.
Yeah.
What did they learn from this election?
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
This-
Yeah. Yeah.
this-
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so if you ran for office in this past cycle and you did not advance, we want to invite you to come in and hang out with us and tell us what your takeaways are from this
Yeah.
election and where you are with it. Not who you're endorsing or who you think they should support, but just lessons learned. Because you're right. Once you put yourself out there in that way and you in the trail and you doing the research, you doing the data, like Maria, what did you learn from your experience as a candidate during this electoral cycle? And
Mhm.
Brandy and Large and Gabbard, like all of those who didn't make it through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your perspective on
And I,
what happened during this electoral cycle from your experience, and so I
and I
think that would be great.
and I think some people
Yeah,
just got lost in the sauce.
yeah,
Like, you know
you
that.
flipped us both.
Yeah, you got lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
Like, even though the message was good and the platform, but you get sucked in this whirlwind and don't know how to get out of it,
mm,
right? And keep your eyes on the prize.
right, right.
So yeah,
Wow. So, do you think that they should be required? I guess that's should they have to show up for these debates before we vote?
I think they should.
Yeah,
Like, I think
like it shouldn't be optional whether or not you show up to a debate or not.
depend because some debates it may be depending on who it is, right?
Yeah,
But you should be required to show up to so many.
yeah,
And I know you can't be everywhere all the time.
yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Are these debates taking open questions from the public or are they scripted questions?
yeah. That's the I think
That's the protocol.
that's really one of the challenge. So here's we were actually just talking about this as a part of the debrief from the Community Voices Forum, and there's a difference between a forum and a debate, right? So a
Mhm.
forum is when you come in and you able to talk about your platform, your issues. You take either scripted questions or you take questions from the audience. But then a debate is where you have questions about the issues and you go. That's when you
Okay.
get into the Heathcliff, you know,
Yeah.
where if somebody say something, you can go back. You get into the back and forth in this debate so that you can see, okay, here's the person who they're actually challenging their opponent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in these forums, a lot of times you're not challenging an opponent. You're just presenting your case to the voters as to why you should be the person, and then they get to interview you. But I think as we move, now that we've gotten past the primary, I think we do need to see some more
We
debate.
need to do
Yeah,
for the voice of the people. We
yeah.
need to do I think each candidate needs to do an individual.
Okay,
Don't have to be together.
okay,
Answer the questions of the citizens.
okay,
Like, stop all the formalities and
okay.
stop. Let's because if you do a forum, most of the people in that forum is going to be people that's
Con-
deeply involved in politics.
yeah, and they
Let's
connected to
open up
you.
an avenue, man, and just ask. Let Granny ask her question.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Let the kids, which I've been grandstanding that we ignoring
Mhm.
during the election cycle, let them ask their questions.
Right,
Let
right.
the normal people ask you questions about what you're going to do in the city. Let me stop giving y'all because y'all campaign managers crazy. Let me stop. Let me proceed.
Yeah, please, and thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they should. I mean, because any job that you apply for, you got to do an interview first, right?
Mhm.
And so I think having these, candidate interviews, candidate questionnaires, and I guess the other part of that too comes back to what we always say about us knowing what we want from the candidates
Yeah.
and knowing what our community agenda is. Because if you don't have your agenda, then they're gonna come with theirs and they're gonna tell
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
okay, this is
And
this is the job that I'm gonna do, and that may not be the job you want them to do. So the question now, based upon just what we talked about today, Mr. Candidate, what is your plan to bring industry, to St. Pete so that we don't cannibalize our citizens by continuing to raise our rates? Like that's a question that's coming up through today's dialogue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
So
then have them thinking with, oh, either they gonna lie, wiggle, or say, you know what, that's a good question. I ain't never really thought about that.
I'd not rather you say that's a good question. I ain't never thought about that.
If
Then
you
to
never
give
really thought
like
about it.
but then to give me some BS answer. So do you think that candidates right now are open to um a debate or even a conversation with the community that's not scripted?
answering the
Yeah, I
tough
think so.
questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Let's
think
get out
so.
of the spirit of doing the alley oops.
Yeah, yeah,
Answer the tough questions
yeah,
and let's get to it, man. If you want the people,
yeah.
I just
I
answer.
think they open to it. I mean,
I
again,
don't think it'll be bad as people would think it to be because I
Mm.
think people really come with their heartfelt questions. It
yeah,
won't be about oh, I'm coming to attack you.
Well,
I just think really you'll have real citizens,
yeah.
not people that's claiming they represent these people. You'll have real citizens asking you questions from their household and their perspective.
Well, I think that was one of the things that was unique from what I've heard about it was with the community voices. I wasn't able to attend, but they didn't send them the questions in advance, and so
Thank you.
so they didn't have an opportunity
Time
to get
to-
scripted. They
yeah.
had to really understand, and then they only had a minute to respond,
Mm.
to the things. And people say, well, a minute is not long
That's
enough.
not long enough.
No, but a minute is because it forces you to be concise in your answer. You can't do a whole lot of tap dancing because if you got more than a minute, you can respond. But if you got a minute, you got to give me an answer. You got to give me an answer.
You can dance around the question
Yeah,
if you
you
got
got-
3 minutes. You
yeah,
be like,
you-
you know what, today.
Well, when I
Answer the
well,
question.
well, when I was on my last horse and I rode it around the den and we did this.
Time.
Exactly.
Time.
And then they blaming you. But when you got that minute, you got to really think about it. And I've done deliberative dialogue sessions where this was a part of training I got in the nation, right? Where we had these conferences. And as a part of these conferences, we would have deliberative dialogue sessions, and they gave you a minute to respond. And we was able to solve a lot of problems
Yeah.
because it forces you to like pay attention to what's being said, really think about the actual question that's being asked, and then answer it in a way that's going to move the conversation forward.
You're good
Yeah.
at that. Like, you would be like, okay, your answer is.
Right. Because I'm here, I'm listening
Because
for an
you
answer.
go around the question.
Oh,
Well,
man.
you know, I usually do. So, what are you doing or not?
And it get on people's nerves when I do it too.
Yeah,
I, do.
yeah.
I get on y'all nerves. I know.
No, that don't bother me as
Okay,
much. Like,
okay.
no.
Because I'd be like,
get-
okay,
and then-
you said a whole lot, but you still ain't answered my question.
But you know what? I appreciate that. And I'll be like, yeah, you know what? I ain't say nothing. Yeah, I can do it.
I think I've heard him say that at council. Well, what is your answer?
Yeah, like what are you actually like? Yeah, because you asking staff, for answers, and then they giving you responses, and it's like, wait, I need an answer because we're trying to solve a problem here.
But, you know,
and
people
that
like
ain't
to
it.
paint pictures and
Oh,
do
yeah.
all this other stuff, and you still ain't got the answer. But no, I can appreciate it
Yeah.
because when you do it, I laugh and I be like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, you do. You say, you know what, you right. And I've seen you catch yourself. You be like, wait, hold on, I didn't really answer your question. It's crazy.
I can appreciate it.
So if you just tapping in, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about should candidates be required to participate in public debates before they vote, before we vote? Should they be required to come and talk to the community? Should they attend these forums? And should they, be scripted? And Janet, she says, I love the unscripted stuff. I attended one that was unscripted, and it was one of the best ones I attended. UB says we have to vote to force them to change the way they behave. Yeah.
And I think right
yeah.
now, so in the primary, we saw 40% of the votes go to neither one of the
The two
candidates.
advance, yeah,
Right.
45%. Yeah.
45%.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
this is an opportunity for either one of them to
Mhm.
grab them plus more because more people are going to vote
Yeah.
in the general election than this primary.
Yeah. That's usually
So,
how I go.
and so
Yeah.
you have, let's say, another 10 to 12%
Mm-hmm.
that's out there that may not, who's really kind of undecided.
And here's another part. We talked about this a little bit last week. 7 out of 10 people didn't vote at all.
Yeah.
So the conversation around the 44% who did is that's still only 3 out of 10.
Right.
And now you're looking to get how can you get 1 or 2 of the 3 out of the 10? But there's a whole nother pool of people who just didn't even show up. And who's having conversations with them? Like
Nobody.
Yeah.
But
nobody, baby. Nobody.
But I mean, if you're smart at this point, either
Yeah.
one of these candidates, this is an opportunity for you to really listen to the people
Yeah.
and hit the ground running, and then take it and start building these relationships outside of your core team.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like the
Yes.
people that you already, I'm going to tell you, the people you already doing business with ain't getting you what you need to get.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
you need to go outside your network.
Yeah, they say you preaching to the choir. I, I
Right.
I ran into somebody in the grocery store and they said, "Why they keep talking to the same people? Like I keep seeing the same person at my
The
church all the
entourage.
time." Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the entourage.
And
Like,
but because they want the yeses,
Mm,
you keep on talking to the same people because that's easy. They're
okay.
already a part of your choir.
Mhm.
They're
Mhm.
already a part of your congregation.
Yeah.
If you're trying to build your congregation, you have to go outside of
Yeah.
those doors and go reach the people so that you can bring them in. And
Yeah.
if you're only talking to those people that's there, you've already sold them.
You're gonna get what you got,
Right.
and the numbers are showing what you got. All right, the Tampa Bay
two
Breakfast
hundred
Club,
and
y'all.
fifty dollars an hour consultation fee.
Yes, please and
Yes.
thank you. Yeah, because
There you go. You
we
said
giving
it.
you a lot right now. We giving you a whole
I'm,
lot.
and we're waiting for our phone to ring.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we also
Whoever you want, $250 an hour.
and just in full transparency, we have invited the candidates for mayor and city council District 6 to participate in the community conversation right here at Culture Creative with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. And so we sent that email right after the primary. We sent it last Wednesday.
Mhm.
And hopefully by this Wednesday, we'll hear from everybody. We have heard back from one of the candidates. We sent it to four of the candidates
Right.
because it was the top two in both of those races. We've heard back from one that has confirmed their participation. And so we're looking to hear from the other three. And we want to have a community conversation. We're going to open up the space for them to come in and do exactly what we're talking about. We want to
And
interview you for the job.
and y'all to come in.
Yeah, y'all
This
come
will
too.
be open. We're gonna have coffee. We're gonna have
Yeah, we.
some baked goods that y'all can purchase.
And I seen y'all on other people's platforms. Now, don't feel like our platform ain't big enough when you
Oh
going
man,
to them. No sir,
don't worry about it.
because we the people.
Don't worry
We got
about
the
it.
people. Like
No,
exactly.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. You ain't got to worry. Don't worry
But
about
I'm not even worried about that.
So
And let me
traffic,
tell you
guys.
why.
it.
The one thing is that this right here, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, have made changes in St. Pete.
Yes, we have.
Right, we
Yeah.
have made them redo stuff.
Yeah, policies and
All types of
procedures and
stuff, and not just strictly here,
yeah,
outside of here. So, like, if I feel like if people don't come,
yeah.
I mean, it's just your
Re-
personal choice.
Remember, there's a seat at the table with your name on it.
It is.
And when we say the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, we're not just talking about the host. We're talking about the community. This is our community. This is our breakfast club. And so we just happen to be the faces of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. But we got a whole bunch of people that's rocking with us. And so we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for that. And stay tuned. We'll be bringing more information about that in the days and weeks ahead. So I saw this too. Biggie's family. This some entertainment and family. I think this is an important conversation when we start talking about what happens when people pass away,
Mhm.
right? And they say nobody wins when the family feuds, right?
Right.
So have you handled your business? A public family dispute surrounding the estate of Valletta Wallace, who is the mother of Notorious B.I.G., has opened up a much more useful conversation. Apparently, they were saying that or days before she passed away,
Should have their own policy.
right,
I don't have to have them even have that conversation. Not even say that she will or will not.
right.
But why are we putting our people in these positions when you know when you leave what can happen? I done seen it too much.
I'm gonna rewind that back. We lost internet for a second, and I think
Ooh.
they might have missed some of what you said. So,
Oh, yeah.
so now that the internet is back on, what we're talking about is what happens when you pass
And we're back.
And we're back. We are
Let's
back.
get it started.
Thank y'all for enduring the technical
Oh,
difficulties.
oh.
There you have it, y'all. And so if you like to contribute, if you like to donate to help us get a hot spot for Wi-Fi, you can send us some stars. Actually, you can do that right now. And we're also going to be setting up subscriptions. And so if you want to subscribe and help us, keep the lights on and the internet from blinking out, please make sure that you tap in and do so. So before we had the technical difficulties, we were talking about life insurance and the importance of having everything set up in place, and also the opportunity that life insurance presents with transferring generational wealth, and how King Reed, shout out to Chief Reed, he been saying this for forever ever.
And you could
Ever,
get
ever.
you could get some good policies. So you could get some good policies without having to go through the whole health screening
Okay,
thing. If you so
is that a barrier for people?
it is like when
Yeah.
you're looking at getting like a $200,000-$300,000 policy or something like that, right?
Okay, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so, but you can still get
So,
those.
so like, you get that policy, but then you also get your burial separate.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
that's
mean?
what I
That's
learned
cash.
too.
That's cash out for money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't even
That's
you don't even touch that because when they see that 200,000, now they want the funeral to cost 75.
okay.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah, yeah,
mean? No,
yeah.
sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay. So you got burial insurance. Yeah.
So now this just covering you. Make sure you get in the ground however you want the headstone, your preparation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But when they see you got that 200,
Yeah, nah,
they
you
gonna
ain't
want the
got nobody
horse and the
tripping you like
buggy,
that,
and they
man.
gonna
Well,
want
I
all
will
the
tell
yeah.
you, I don't have burial.
Okay.
I do have, but not like it's thinking that maybe I need to.
Yeah,
I do have life insurance. My people gonna be set when I go.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm talking about what?
Don't say it too loud though,
I
right?
start talking to him.
But you know what? Hold on, Q. As you just said this, I remember having somebody say they didn't want to get insurance because they didn't want nobody to benefit off of them when they die.
And that, so
Like
I
I
think
like I heard,
I
You
think
want
that's
somebody
so.
to wipe your butt when you die.
So
yeah,
this, I think
yeah,
that's the most selfish thing.
yeah. He's like
And
they ain't
also,
gonna,
you
they ain't
ever,
gonna.
you know what else I hate? Like when people who like struggle and got their business. Oh no, I had to struggle and get it, so they got to do the same thing. No,
Yeah,
you work so hard
yeah,
so that they don't have to, but you want to give them the tools that they can maintain what you did.
yeah,
Like you don't want to just give them the whole cow, but that you need to let them know how to work the cow, but don't hide the cow from them. Like I
right.
think that's the stupidest
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Like no, when I
I had to
go,
get it. So when I'm spending it all now, so that when they start, they got to start from where I started. I had to start from scratch.
listen, when I
Yeah,
go, I just pray that you do whatever you supposed to do with it. But here you go. Like, so listen, if you took the time for my crime, this is another gift. Because remember, I put it all on me when I die.
that's it. Right. Oh yeah, that's it from last week. If y'all missed that,
All on me,
yeah,
baby.
it's on
I don't
me,
even
baby.
listen. I'm telling everybody right now, if you doing some time and we was friends, you can put it all on me when I die. I'll
Okay,
take that.
So they
okay.
can do the T out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That is not snitching.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm going. I don't care.
Yeah,
Y'all blame me for anything right now anyway. So you might as well just drop it all over.
Yeah, drop it on over here.
But
I grant
what
you your
prompted this
freedom.
conversation was that we saw an article where Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G., his family was into like a family dispute
Oh yeah,
around the wills and the beneficiaries and how they was removed from
All of that is
the will.
mess.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
of that is.
when people die, because everybody, you have separate conversations and everybody is connected to people different ways.
Mm,
And so your perception could be different than somebody else's. Like I know somebody died and they promised like their niece they house and all
okay,
this other stuff,
okay.
but they never got it in writing. Now multiple people
Mm.
heard it, but when they died, no, that
It
ain't
ain't
like,
documented
no, it
nowhere.
ain't
But
documented.
everybody knows this is what
Or,
Big
or
Mama wishes
or,
was.
or
Yeah.
some of it, but then Big Mama could have also had that same conversation with you.
Okay,
You
saying
know
you
what I
gonna
mean?
get it. Yeah.
Right. And a couple of people might have heard that. Or
Mm.
nobody could have heard it. But you put it out there. Cause like I know when my brother passed away, it was unexpected. I was really disappointed because I thought he would have his stuff more in order.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
So that's a
mean?
question that came up too. It says, if something happened to you right now, would your family know what to do tomorrow? If something happened you today, would they know what to do tomorrow? Like first thing, after they grieving, but you still got to move forward. Like, and I don't think that we talk about generational experiences and lessons. Like we don't learn about how to bury somebody until it's time to bury somebody.
Right.
I don't think I care once I'm dead.
No, actually,
But
you want me to tell you?
Like, you
My,
can put me on a raft and
but
float
I
me some
mean,
baby
but
and
do
stuff.
they know? Like, have you had the conversation with like, okay, if something happened,
I don't
this is
care.
what
Yeah,
this is
I
where you
have
find
my
that. This
yeah,
is where you
we have me and
'cause
my
we got,
wife
you know what I
have
mean? Like this is where this is at.
she
That's where
wants
that.
to be
Yeah.
cremated, and I'm
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
okay, but I would what I would have done, but we have had those
Yeah. Yeah.
conversations.
Yeah. That's the
I mean,
that's
you
the
want to
biggest part
follow
of it.
that,
Yeah.
but and this is why you need to write it out because, like
Mm.
spouses,
And,
Yep.
and you have grown children that's not the
when the
spouses,
problem comes.
that becomes a
I
problem
don't want
because,
my
like,
mama cremated.
Oh, but
'Cause that she told me this.
yeah,
It ain't on paper,
and
and the
everybody else ain't
kids
heard.
don't know that. But these were her wishes. But that's not how
and
it
That's
now,
right.
and
That's
now
right.
the
So
loving,
yeah,
the
Yeah.
loving family that you had is now at us. Nah, you just trying to keep all the money
And that's
because
when.
cremation is cheaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
And that's the time when a lot of that stuff start coming out is you know unfortunately when somebody passed away and
So
you,
get your ducks in order, like have those hard conversations, or even just sit down and write it down so that people have a clear plan, so you can eliminate as much stress as possible.
I thought about don't laugh y'all. I thought about recording my own eulogy because I mean we're in the future. So I can like around my birthday time. This was something I thought about a couple years ago. I was like every year on my birthday I was gonna record my eulogy. And then whatever the most recent one is, like y'all take that one, and that way you don't have nobody up there lying.
So
You don't have nobody up there lying on
I
me,
don't
and
know,
and
man. It
just,
might be
yeah,
cold.
yeah, yeah,
You know, you
yeah.
might
But that's
be
why I ain't do it. That's why
nah.
I ain't do it, cause I was
But
like, nah, cause then
so you
but
know
it was
weird.
more it's more of those reflective moments. Like if something happened to me right now, you know, here's my message to people who come and show up for me. You know what I mean?
I'm
So
okay with you
so
know
it's
what?
more with like gratitude, more of like thanking people, more of like
mm,
recognizing. You know what I'm saying? And so like here's my final thought. You know what I mean? Like type stuff.
You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what? To
yeah,
be crazy, like I'm okay with that.
yeah,
And let me tell you why. Because like one of my greatest fears, I always said, is that like I pass away too early, and then like something Cheyenne needed, I'm not there to give to her.
yeah.
And so I was like, if I found out that like I was leaving, I was gonna like, hey, here you go. This is your
Here's
wedding
yeah,
day. And so when you get married, even if I'm not here, this a video. I want you to
mm.
do this and do
yeah,
that. And
yeah,
I wanted to give like instruction in life, like throughout that
yeah,
you just kind of do it. Like I've always thought about it.
yeah,
It
yeah,
brings
yeah.
tears, but
Okay,
I'm like, I've always said, like, I want to leave these messages for people
yeah.
that I felt like probably need more. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
Need me
think
once I'm gone.
I think that's really most people's biggest fear of dying is not the fear of dying themselves, but just not being here for your people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I know if I wasn't here, boy, that probably wouldn't happen. Like,
Right.
See,
like, like,
I'm
I got stuff I need to do. I be wanting to do that
Or
I
like,
know it
now
won't be.
listen,
Like it might not get done if I ain't here.
like my mama, I be
Yeah,
like, now want the gal?
yeah.
Don't be adding extra sauce to this story. Like,
I think I want to do the King Joppy method.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah,
okay, you
yeah,
want
yeah, yeah.
I want y'all to just turn
I
on
want
my
to be
film.
there.
I want
Have
to
to
be
feel.
there
and then
and
say,
say, you
okay,
know what?
fine.
Y'all did a great
Yeah.
job. I'm cool with doing it.
Yeah.
Doing like King Joppy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the King Joppy method,
I
man.
think that's the way to go.
Yeah, man. Y'all let me see if y'all do a good job, then I'll take it from there.
Yes.
Look, look, look,
I think I need
Nah,
to look
y'all
around
gotta
a
do
couple
this
more.
for all
Yeah,
of
yeah,
us.
yeah. We need to do
okay, both of y'all. Look, here you go. Y'all did a good job. It's time.
Yeah.
this. And the king is gone.
Wiggle them
No,
shoulders.
we're
And he
making
gone.
light of this, and
Yeah.
you know, but
That
I
was
mean,
the
this is
most gangster way to die to
but
me.
this is a
Well,
real
gangster.
serious conversation
It really
because
is.
you know people pass away and you don't want to think because you think it's not going to be me.
Yeah. And you know that's one of the certainties, right? Like
Hmm.
if you born, you gonna leave
You
here
gonna be?
this body, or whatever your spiritual thing is. But we ain't seen nobody last forever. So
Mm.
let's do Ask Kiana, and then we can get up out of here, y'all. Let's do
Okay.
our motivational Monday. And again, we started with priorities, and actually this letter is right in line with that. And so, Ask Kiana. Kiana, my partner says they're building a future for us, but work, business, friends, and everything else always seems to come before our relationship. They say, I'm doing this all for us. I appreciate their ambition, but if I'm always last on the schedule, am I really a priority? My question, can somebody love you and still fail to prioritize you? Does being busy automatically mean you're neglecting your relationship? And how do you build for tomorrow without neglecting today?
Mm.
What you mean by being neglected? What are you talking about?
Not spend. I'm
Yeah,
assuming it's not spending quality time.
yeah. Yes, there's,
Oh,
I'm doing this off us. I appreciate the ambition, but I'm always last on the schedule. And am I really a priority?
so I'm gonna tell you, and the men are right here. So let me know if I'm right or wrong. So we talk about it. Men bring the meat,
Okay,
women bring the sides,
right,
right?
right.
Y'all are visionaries, and then we kind of fill in the blanks for you,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And what happens is your partner typically, the eye is on the prize, and you forget everything else in the middle because you're
Right.
trying to get to the end. And so sometimes people show up as much as they can
Mm.
with the tools that they have.
Okay.
And so when you think about it, their love language is providing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Making sure that we're set, and men are taught, not all,
Sure.
that money is what's going to secure the household,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing else. And so I think it's just reprogramming. And at this point, what I will tell you, if it is a team effort, that now you may have to insert yourself in some of those other things that he's doing
Mm.
so that you can get that quality time. So I do believe that it's compromise on each end. You can't ask somebody to meet you halfway if you're not
Willing to
taking that
willing to go
extra step
halfway. Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? A lot of times we look at it on either end, you're not willing to budge because you're all the way over here. Like, I need quality time. And he's like, hey, I'm setting up here. So if you want quality time and you know this is where you're going, meet him right there. Okay, we're gonna ride to the meeting together.
Okay.
Like, every
Okay.
time you gotta count those moments because those still quality time moments,
Mm.
right? And
Mm.
then instead of seeing what you're not getting, put yourself in the place that you can get.
So what you're saying is like you got to redefine or re-examine what you consider quality time.
Right. I think you could, if
Yeah.
you want the relationship, like,
Okay.
because I
Okay.
will be bringing you flowers if you did this, and then, oh well, I will be doing this
If
if
you
you were
did,
bringing me flowers,
okay.
right? But
Something got to give.
somebody
Yeah.
has to start somewhere, so I'll start giving you flowers.
Mm.
Like, you know what I mean? So then I can get this. But if you're both in the corner standing your ground, nobody's getting what they want.
So let me zoom out again and just rephrase this. So it says, can somebody love you and still fail to prioritize you?
We need way more content.
But I,
Yeah.
Sound a little
but I'm just,
Go
like
ahead,
for
Jeff.
real, like you need a lot more content. Like what's deprioritizing you?
Okay.
First and foremost, like what is it? The job? What is it? The kids?
Okay. I hear
What
that.
is making you feel like you're not a priority? Because go back to what Q said.
Yeah.
If I'm working 12 or 10 hours a day to maintain a household, that's the first priority.
Yeah.
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 Like now we can have all the quality time you want if you want me to sit here and play this PS5 or whatever.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Yeah.
But like what is like give more context to
Yeah.
like what do you mean?
Yeah.
My wife tells me sometimes stop giving me the last fruits.
Okay. Say
And
more.
that be her priority, like don't come to me when you're dead tired.
Okay.
You know what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh no,
Now it's,
stop saving the last fruits. And so
I hear that. I
take
hear
that
that.
into context so
I
now
hear
I
that.
can work around this.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you're not giving us no context of like what do you feel like you being deprioritized to because
Mm.
as a man, the household is the
That's the
priority.
priority. Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
have
And
it.
if and if it
Yeah.
and if it take what it take to make that a priority, then you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And what you said, Q, is like that may be your love language. My
Yeah.
love language is making sure that when you flip the switch, the light on. When you open up the,
But see
you know, yeah,
because if that ain't taken care of,
yeah,
you don't even care nothing about what you being brought
yeah.
about the priorities because
But
you don't even care.
Mm.
also, I would
We
to
want to
my
hug and
husband.
cuddle, but you worried about if the
And
coffin to get
and
No,
repoed.
but you got
Yeah.
to know that that stuff is important too,
Yeah.
right? And
Okay.
like,
That's the balance,
that's
right?
the balance.
Yeah.
Like, okay, listen, I understand that you're busy. I'm gonna go here with you, but in the trade off, at 8 o'clock at night when you get into bed, I need 30 minutes of your time where it's just us cuddling,
Yeah.
hugging,
Okay.
or something like that. I need this. Oh, we don't have a lot of money. I'm saying once a month you got to figure out a date.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't care if us holding hands, walking downtown,
Yeah.
eating $2 ice cream,
Yeah.
but this is what I need from you. I
Okay.
don't care if we watch a sunset or a sunrise
Yeah. Yeah.
once a month, but you got to be clear and also
I hear that. I hear
so
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. No, that's a
But
great
yes,
point. That's a
you
great point.
can
Yeah.
love, they can love you because in their mind, just because you don't feel like you're a priority don't mean that you're not.
And you bring up a really good point about the love languages because if they working 10 or 12 hours, that might be how they show that they love you.
Mm-hmm.
They might not say, baby, I love you. They might not give you all of the gifts and all of that stuff, but the fact that they busting their hump to go and try and make it happen, that might be the way that they're showing their love.
Mm-hmm.
And you need hugs. And they like, well, I ain't really a hugger. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
you just be able to have those conversations. I think that's a
And you
great
gotta
word.
take time to understand men.
Yeah.
Like you gotta take that time, not even men, the man that you are choosing to be your spouse.
Mm.
Take time to understand him and
Ooh,
stop.
hold on, Jab. See, I think you might have just set a new standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you said take time to understand men, and then you like rephrase that and say you don't have to understand all men.
Just the
You
man
just
that
have
you're
to understand the man that you chose to be your spouse.
And
exactly.
that goes
I
the
think
other
I,
way
I,
too.
I
You got to
think
take
that's
the
the
chance,
conversation.
the
Yeah,
time to
yeah,
understand the woman that you choose to be your spouse.
yeah,
Because you
yeah.
don't have to figure out all women and all
No,
men. You just
no.
got to know the one that you with,
And you
right?
gotta allow them to grow. Like you got, and then
That's
you gotta
right.
look at the fact that y'all growing together. So
Ooh,
this ain't the same person
mm.
from 6 months ago.
That's true. If you're doing it
You
right,
know what
like
I mean?
you
So you
growing,
gotta, yeah, you gotta.
you
So
getting better every day.
it's
Yeah, yeah.
constant work.
Wow, wow.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take that and ride with that
Yeah.
when I'm having conversations and I hear people say men. No, it ain't men. It's the man that you chose. Or when they say women,
Yeah,
no, it's the
have
women
your
that you
choice
have
of
chose, the
men.
ones that you have picked. Yeah, you
Yes.
can't put us all in the same bag.
If
Mhm.
you dating jive turkeys,
Back, bring it
don't be
home.
mad when you got a turkey
Jive-
sandwich, man. What you talking about, man?
All right,
For
y'all.
real.
Great stuff. Well, thank you for the ask,
How
Kiana.
we
We
eat it
appreciate
with
y'all.
jive turkey?
I had to
He
bring it
started.
back.
Oh, he did. He did. See,
I had to bring it back. I'm sorry.
that's the sauce. That's the voice of
Jive
the people.
turkey. Okay,
That's the
let's go.
voice of the
We
people.
started it.
It started and ended with the jive turkey, y'all. So look, it's been an amazing ride. It's Motivational Monday, and so pick one, man. Start. You don't need to have 17 goals on a Monday morning. Just pick one. You don't need to have your whole life figured out. Just pick your next move. You don't have to solve every problem in the community. Just pick somewhere that you can serve and start. You don't have to finish everything today, but just make sure that you move something forward. If you're being overwhelmed and you got too many problems or priorities or any of these things, all you got to do is just decide what matters, put it in order, pick one of them things, and get to work on it. That'll be my final thought. What's your final thoughts, y'all?
Okay, to jump, I would say, so once you prioritize, make sure you complete that day.
Yeah,
Don't push what you put that you said you had to get done today
yeah,
off to tomorrow. Just get it done. You feel better. All right, be the change you want to be or see. Write down those 5 things. You know why? Because it make you feel good, giggle,
yeah.
and appreciate life.
King Jeff, final thoughts.
Woo, Lord. So I had wrote a post early this week. Um, I was watching the movie Hurricane Carter.
Okay,
I want, if you have somebody, a family member, a friend that's done prison time, go watch this movie.
okay.
Um, it it triggered me. It kind of revealed a lot of things to me of just really what I've been through.
Yeah,
Because when you go through things psychologically, you suppress it.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
And I start writing the post, and I'm opening up doors like, damn, bro, I've been tortured.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I've been hog tied. I done been mentally abused, physically abused. Like,
yeah,
this is all what's happened.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But all of that made the man that you met.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, cause
I got a
you
picture.
might not have known
Yeah,
what
I
I've
did.
been through,
Yeah,
but the foundation of what I am, it kind of came from that. And when I face challenges, this is a long final thought. But when I face challenges, like from me seeing what I've been through,
mm-hmm.
I really, really, really feel like right now, man, like nobody can stop me, man.
Okay,
I can't let individuals or people stop me when I done been through so much.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's nothing. Your
Yeah.
obstacle.
Yeah.
What obstacle you put in front of me when I've been through this?
I
So,
unite with that. Look, now I know we said final thought, but
Yeah.
I have a similar context, right? Here's the thing, like I remember being in some meetings and in some spaces where people were like afraid of certain things or afraid to accept certain challenges, and I'm like, man, we've been in some real life, like I've been in a life or death situation, and
Exactly.
like, and I don't know if people have an appreciation for what it feels like to know that you might die in this moment. And so the stuff that we trying to, like, it ain't that serious.
It ain't that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really that.
Ain't no real
Like,
deal.
I know what it means to be like in a situation where you don't know if you're gonna make it out for real.
And when you don't, it should make you appreciate it.
And then so you right to your point about like knowing what you've been through, contextualizing the things that you've been through to say like what I've been through, the stuff that you putting in front of me.
It's
Like
nothing.
I know I can overcome that because look at what I've already overcame.
So this is the thing
Yeah.
is, think of your worst moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And you thought you wasn't gonna get through it.
Yeah.
You're here today.
Amen.
That's
All right,
it.
y'all. This is Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
Kiana.
And this kid, yeah.
And we out, y'all.
This
Oh,
been
man.
Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
For real, for real.